はい、本当に怖いです。彼らはですね、明らかに戦前の日本を肯定しているし、その人権感覚がないし。
ジェンダー平等教育とか、あるいは
My name is Mickey Dezaki. I am the director producer of Shusenjo, the main battleground of the Comfort Women issue. The things that Koreans might not know about the right-wingers in Japan is the arguments and their reasons for denying the Comfort Women history. Basically, the so-called revisionists believe that the Comfort Women were well-paid prostitutes who willingly went to become Comfort Women so that they could make a lot of money. That's their main kind of argument. Well, I think you should go see the film and see for yourself. I think the value of the film is to hear the logic and the reasons from the so-called revisionists themselves, not to hear me say whether or not it's true or not. You know? So in my film, I didn't really, so when I started making the film, I didn't really know much about the Comfort Women issue, and I wasn't sure if these so-called revisionists were, honest or not, or if their reasons were true or not. So I give people that experience through the movie so that they can hear the reasons themselves from the so-called revisionists, and then determine whether or not they think what they're saying is persuasive and true. So sometimes in Japan I get the criticism that I shouldn't have given the right-wingers a platform because it's kind of like Holocaust denial or something like that, where you shouldn't give deniers a platform, which I totally understand. But the difference between Holocaust deniers and the Comfort Women historical revisionists is that historical revisionism, or the historical revisionist narrative in Japan, is actually the mainstream narrative right now for the Comfort Women issue, whereas the Holocaust denial kind of narrative is a small minority, and it's actually illegal to say that stuff in Germany. So without mentioning or talking or giving the so-called revisionists a place to talk or at least express their views, I would be missing out on a huge part of the argument of the Comfort Women issue, especially in Japan. Yeah, I think it's really unfortunate that there is anti-Japan movement in Korea and anti-Korean movement in Japan, mainly because I think it's a created sort of sentiment by the media and politicians. The way that the politicians react to certain things creates certain kinds of animosity towards each other. So you have a human rights violation that happened with the forced laborers, and then there was a verdict, and then the way that Prime Minister Abe reacted to that was by punishing the entire country of South Korea. And so of course that's going to anger South Koreans, and then when South Koreans retaliate, then Japanese people get angry at South Koreans. So the initial problem is that a lot of Japanese people don't know about the forced labor situation from the past. If they knew the history of the forced laborers, when they heard the verdict, they wouldn't get angry at Korea, right? And if Abe made that response and put this trade restrictions on Korea, but the Japanese population knew about the history, then they wouldn't support the trade restrictions and they wouldn't get angry at Korea, right? So it all kind of starts with this idea that the media, the education hasn't really given the people enough information on the topic. So yeah, I think that it's really unfortunate that people are being kind of manipulated to hate each other. What I'm hoping that your subscribers do when they come into the film is hopefully they have like an open mind to hear both sides of the argument, just like I had an open mind to hear both sides of the argument when I made the film. And being kind of people who like cinema and film, maybe they can focus on the images of the people's faces and you know, how they say what they say, not just what they say, but how they say it, because I think a lot is told or expressed through the eyes and through the face that you can't see with or understand with just words. Thank you.